Welcome to the Time Prism, the first totally new time management and personal growth system developed in the last 50 years. The Time Prism is a revolutionary new tool, a whole new way to help you build the skills necessary to make all your dreams come true sooner rather than later. Or worse, maybe never. Before we go further, I'd like to introduce you to who we are and what we did. My name is E.R. Hawes. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of 9 to 5 Screen Gems, publisher of some really great software tools. Over the past 25 years, I've built several companies from the ground up and enjoy life on a high-tech roller coaster. Fortunately, my ups have been higher than my downs, so I'm a pretty happy guy. I'm methodical, logical, and well-educated. Before this project, I had virtually no interest in self-help materials. I wasn't broken, so there was no need to fix me. My partner and co-author of the Time Prism is a fellow named Kent Madsen. Kent has a long string of successes in the construction and real estate industries. In fact, he's in the top 1% of all real estate producers in America and a member of RE/MAX's Hall of Fame. Kent is also the main reason we created the Time Prism. While I was interested in the software and technical side of this project, Kent was interested in the people side. He reads every self-help book that comes along and goes to just about every seminar that rolls through town. He even walked on fire with Tony Robbins. Neither Kent or I wanted to write a book on time management skills or to go into the behavioral modification business for that matter. But together, that's exactly what we did. And together, we designed and built the world's first Time Prism. The Time Prism is a methodical system that leads you through a repeatable process of turning up your performance anywhere, anytime, on demand. The Time Prism separates your performance spectrum into the 10 colors that reflect exactly how bright you're working at any point in time. It then helps you turn colors that may be weak and faded into strong and vibrant, transforming you into a powerhouse of personal productivity. You've probably read books like The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, or Unlimited Power, or The 1-Minute Manager, and countless others, by authors like Peter Drucker and Zig Ziglar and Tom Peters. Without doubt, these people have a lot of great ideas. They're motivational, inspirational, and just plain fun to listen to. We know. We've read their books, listened to their tapes, and went to their seminars as well. In fact, we did a lot more than that. We researched the top books on developing superior time management and personal growth skills, written by some of the best management minds in the world, over 19,000 pages in all. We then spent 3 years and hundreds of thousands of dollars extracting, condensing, and distilling these timeless ideas into a treasure trove of life-changing advice, gems of wisdom, we call them. The Time Prism is the first totally integrated system ever created to take you in a straight line from problem to solution to maximum personal productivity by helping you develop superior time management skills. Combined, this exciting new system includes this audio program and the TQ test that you're about to take. It includes our 128-page book entitled Revelations of the Time Prism, a book that beautifully illustrates all the elements we're discussing here in full detail. The Time Prism also contains a revolutionary new software program that transforms your PC into a digital coach, a coach that will help you learn, remember, and master these career-critical skills quickly and easily. Put simply, our objective is to help make all your dreams come true sooner rather than never by helping you become vastly more productive right now. How, you ask? By eliminating what's holding you back, removing the obstacles, bottlenecks, and pitfalls from your performance. After all our R&D, not to mention the thousands of hours of impassioned discussions and heated debates, what we learned can be condensed to a very simple, almost cliché statement. In every walk of life, management, sales, the professions, education, sports, whatever, there will always be winners, there will always be losers, and there will be a tremendous number of also-rans. What separates the winners from the losers are these 3 simple secrets. First, the winners stay connected to their dreams. Second, the winners stay connected to their performance. And third, the winners stay connected to a system. This is very important, so let's take them one at a time. First, the winners stay connected to their dreams. The dreams you dream are incredibly important. Your dreams are what make life worth living. They hold the treasures of your heart, and they are your inspiration for greatness. They are also the reason and motivation for turning up your performance. So, what have you told yourself you'd love to do or have someday? Financial freedom and independence? A loving relationship? Wild adventures? Winning a fabulous role in your local playhouse? Or maybe winning an Oscar or Golden Globe? Winning a spot on your local ski team? Or maybe winning gold in the downhill? Or maybe ice dancing is more your style? Or improving your golf score 15 points? Or traveling to exotic ports of call like Paris in the spring and Aspen in the winter? Or having a world-class garden? Or seeing your community improve its child care services? Or developing a better sense of spirituality? Or simply having more free time to do as you please? Whatever they are, you have to keep your dreams clearly in sight until you're able to make them real. So rule number 1 is, stay connected to the beauty of your dreams. It's how the winners do it. Second, the winners stay connected to their personal performance. If you want to achieve your dreams in the shortest time possible, you have to take personal responsibility for making them happen, and that takes power. Unless you win the lottery or find Aladdin's magic lamp, it's up to you to take the initiative to make your dreams real. This means that your personal power has to be turned on and turned up to maximum intensity, so you're performing at 100% all day long, every day. As we were designing the Time Prism, we found it takes all 10 colors within the performance spectrum to be at their highest intensity. And you need to know at all times which colors aren't bright enough, and which colors are holding you back from producing the results you want. So rule number 2 is, stay connected to your personal performance because it generates the power to achieve your heart's desire. It's how the winners do it. Third, the winners stay connected to a system. Producing superior results is not a one-time event, a philosophy, or a theology. Rather, it's a systematic methodology. When comparing the winners with the losers, one obvious fact jumps out. The winners have a superior coaching staff, one that's there for them every day, not only helping them keep their dreams alive, but more importantly, helping them eliminate the obstacles in their performance. The simple fact is, there's no way to fix yourself once and consider yourself fixed forever. That's not the way it works. What you accomplish by the end of each day is up to you and your system for producing results. And to produce maximum results in the shortest time frame possible, you need a system that will diagnose exactly where your performance is suffering and provide you with an immediate cure. The Time Prism is such a system. So rule number 3 is, stay connected to the Time Prism. It will make a huge difference in your performance and ultimately in your life. Yes, this is how the winners do it. These 3 rules are the absolute best advice we can give anyone. Systematically, connect your dreams to your performance, connect your performance to your individual actions, and connect your actions to your dreams every minute of every hour of every day. If you do this, you'll become a superstar. This we unconditionally guarantee. Now, with this background on award-winning personal performance behind us, what can we tell you to actually do about it? How can we help you follow these 3 simple rules? In just 4 words, engage the Time Prism. Engaging the Time Prism means working smarter by methodically turning on your bright bulb and seeing what's standing between you and the results you want. Engaging the Time Prism means continuously measuring your performance with the form that came with this audio program. Engaging the Time Prism means turbocharging your performance by boosting all 10 colors within the Time Prism performance spectrum. The simple truth is, only by turning up your personal power will you ever have a chance of making your dreams come true. And only by using the right tools and following a methodical system will you ever improve your performance. The Time Prism is the tool that's been missing from making it happen in your life. Why do we call this tool a Time Prism, you ask? That's a great question. Everybody knows what a prism is and does. You simply hold it up to white light and voila, all the colors of the spectrum instantly appear. And everybody knows that you don't get just one color from a prism. Rather, you get the full spectrum of colors without doing anything more than just holding it up to the light. Just as a prism separates light into its component colors, the time prism radiates the full rainbow of colors that define your productivity potential, the full spectrum of elements critical to achieving maximum personal performance. Once the elements of your performance are separated into their individual color bands, you then get an instant picture, a reflection of exactly where your strengths and weaknesses stand. It's so simple. It works just like television. Everything you see on television is composed of just three colors, red, green, and blue. What happens when the colors get out of balance? Turn down the blue and the entire picture gets murky and ill-defined, doesn't it? Turn up the red and the whole picture goes red. Drop out the green and you get the point. The picture changes instantly and automatically, without your having to do anything else. Looking at a snapshot of your performance is exactly like watching television. If any one of your colors are out of whack, the entire picture suffers. But when the colors are in perfect balance and turned up to the right intensity, your performance picture goes from blurry to crystal clear, and you instantly become more productive. In the normal course of a day, life appears to be one continuous stream of actions, reactions, and conditions. It's a huge blur. In this overwhelming state of confusion, it's impossible to see exactly what you need to do differently to improve your productivity or change your circumstances. The time prism takes this unfocused blur of activity and clearly separates each element of your performance into the 10 colors of prismatic power. With the benefit of this new insight, you now know where to focus color bursts of improvement to turn up your performance. The beauty of the time prism is that it helps you see exactly what's standing between you and what you want. Better, it also contains an entire library of life-changing key ideas and advice, all designed to instantly shift your perspective and immediately power up your performance. From the time you see a dark hole in your performance, you can instantly access the exact information to turn your colors from weak and faded into strong and vibrant. Now that we've covered the basics of the time prism, it's time for us to do the next part of this audio program together. If you're driving a car, please keep your eyes firmly on the road and do not attempt to write anything down right now. You'll want to repeat this portion of the audio program when you can actually sit down and write out your thoughts and insights. Please take out your Engage the Time Prism form that came with this audio program. Over the next few minutes, I will explain each of the 10 colors of the time prism, and you'll have an opportunity, maybe for the first time ever, to see your performance in a brand new light. Please listen to what I have to say, not only with your ears, but also with your heart. Like everything in life, you'll only get out of this exercise what you put into it. However, I promise you this, if you give me your undivided attention, when we're done, you will absolutely know where your ability to produce results stands, and which of your colors are holding you back from living the life of your dreams. On this one sheet of paper, you'll have everything you say you ever wanted, and a clear statement of what you need to do to get it. Keep this in mind. One side, what you want, the other, how to get it. What could be easier? Let's start by looking at the Someday I Will panel. Here's your chance to daydream in print for the next 5 minutes. Let me ask you a very basic, very simple question. What exactly do you want? As obvious as this may seem, the only way to get more of what you want is by first identifying what it is you do want. So please fill in the phrases that begin with "Someday I will." Gather up all of those elusive dreams still floating amongst the clouds and make them real by writing them down here. Search your heart and include all the things you want in each area of your life, your career, family, community, hobbies, and so on. Write down all of those incomplete projects that you still want to see finished, all the goals you've set but haven't met. Here's a few ideas to get you started. Someday I will go to Europe each summer for 6 weeks, or someday I will have less stress and conflict in my life, or someday I will earn another degree, this time in gardening, or someday my organization will be the worldwide leader in, well, you get the point. Don't worry about how doable your dreams are. We'll look at how believable they are later when we test your 100 factors of performance. Please complete each sentence as clearly as possible and add as much detail as you can. Do not proceed until you have written down at least 3 "Someday I Wills." Please pause the audio now so that you have as much time as you need to complete this panel. Done? Congratulations, you're already a winner. By writing out what you want, you now have a tangible way to stay connected with your dreams. Now, let's see if you have the power to make them real. At this time, we're going to test your current productivity level against the gold standard of personal performance, what the experts say you must do to make each of your someday dreams come true. Please open your Engage form so you can see all 10 colors and 100 factors of prismatic performance. This is the test we will use to measure your time quotient, or TQ for short. I will begin by giving you a short introduction of what we believe is the truth about each color and why it's important to your performance picture. I will then ask you to pause this audio and test yourself against the 10 factors for each color. In this way, you'll be able to see if you possess the skills to achieve the dreams you've memorialized on your Someday page. Please remember, the purpose of this TQ test is not to reassure yourself that you look good when you're done. Instead, it's to provide a mirror for you to see how well you're doing what the experts recommend, and to discover, maybe for the first time, exactly what you can do to eliminate what's holding you back from achieving maximum personal performance. Ready? Let's start by tuning into the first of the 10 colors of the time prism, your energy color. The simple truth is obvious. You will automatically get more performance out of every minute in your day when you put more energy into every minute you have. Energy is the first of the 10 colors in the time prism performance spectrum because the undeniable truth is there are no dead peak performers. For even minimal performance, you have to be, act, and feel alive, period. To perform at the peak of your ability requires a continuous commitment to a high energy level throughout the entire day. Any reduction in personal energy translates directly into reduced expectations, reduced enthusiasm, and reduced productivity. The key is to rid your life of energy drainers and replace them with energy gainers. This means you must ruthlessly eliminate anything that zaps your energy and produces zip in return. It means you must always be on the lookout for and repeat those things that recharge you. Remember, there are only 24 hours in a day from which all your hopes, dreams, and expectations will be realized. Since the day's over when it's over and nobody gets any more time, your minutes must be energized to produce maximum results. Do you see yourself here? Be honest. Let's turn on your bright bulb and let's see if this is a color that's holding you back from achieving your dreams. Are you ever burned out, stressed out, and running on empty? Let me ask you a few personal questions. What would you give to have your energy level burning at 90% or more all day long? What could you accomplish if you had even one more energetic hour each day? Who else in your life would benefit from a more energetic you? Turning up the brightness of your energy color absolutely, unconditionally guarantees you'll have the power to get more of the results you want before, during, and after work. So if you want to live, truly live the life of your dreams, it is vital to remain vital. To be alive, you have to be lively. From the second you jump out of bed until you drift quietly asleep, all day long, every day of your life. Now, please grab your pen and test yourself against the 10 factors for energy. For each factor, please fill in the circle if you agree that, yes, it always applies to you. When in doubt, or if you do not consistently do what the factor says, please leave it blank. Also, as you're reflecting on a factor for which you cannot honestly answer yes, ask yourself if this could be a major stumbling block to your success. If you think it might be, draw a bold circle around that factor. You've just found a major source of future improvement. Okay, let's see how committed to peak personal power you are. Please pause this audio now so that you will have all the time you need to answer the 10 energy factors on this TQ test. Done? Great. Please add up the total of factors that you were able to say, yes, I do that, and enter this score in the far left column under the word energy. By any chance, did you put a bold circle around any factor that you are not doing now, but if you were, it would make a significant improvement in your overall performance? Take a moment before going on to answer this. How much more could you accomplish if all 10 factors of your energy color were absolute yeses? Let's now tune in on the next color of the time prism, the mission color. The simple truth about the mission color is this: you are naturally the most productive when you're working from your heart, investing the only life you have in what you care about the most. This is worth repeating, so please pay attention. You are naturally the most productive when you're working from your heart, investing the only life you have in what you care about the most. Mission is the second color in the time prism performance spectrum, because until you know what's most important, you're spending the only life you have chasing after things that simply don't matter. Lacking direction and purpose, you only make half-hearted attempts at things you think you want, and you never participate at the full-out speed of a top performer. Down deep inside, you know it's true, don't you? I'm sure you've had the chance to experience the pleasure and the power that comes from working on something you really believe in. And you can probably also remember the indifferent and half-hearted attempts you've made on projects which had little or no personal meaning for you. Take a minute right now and see if you can mentally list some of the projects or responsibilities that you're involved in right now. Let's include all of your different roles at work, all of your different relationships with your family and friends, any of the teams that you're currently on, any volunteer work that you do. Let's also include any activities you do for fun, like a sport that you play, your hobbies, or any other form of entertainment. Now, keeping this list in mind, let me ask a couple of really personal questions. How many of these activities are you participating in with 100% dedication? Within how many of your roles for work, home, and play are you on a mission, passionately, working from your heart? Which of these activities fill you with pride? Which ones would you die for to produce better results? My guess is that the ones you select are the ones which give you back what you value the most. And this is exactly why they are also the ones that are the closest to your heart. What are you trying to accomplish with your life? Have you ever taken the time to create an ideal, highly compelling vision for how you would like each of your activities and roles to turn out? Do you focus your precious time and energy on achieving these ideal visions? Or are you drifting aimlessly with no special vision, just doing what you need to do to get by? Well, guess what? If you're not making a difference in your life and making the world a better place to live all day, every day, you're not living what's most important, period. This might sound like tough love, but here's the bottom line. If you're not, then you must stop pursuing things that don't matter and start pursuing things that do. Regardless of how dazzling any of your other colors might be, until your mission color burns brightly through the entire spectrum of your performance, you're never going to perform up to your true potential. Now, let's measure your mission color and see how often and how well you live what's most important. Please follow the same instructions as before. Fill in the circle if you agree that a factor always applies to you. And if you see a factor that you know is holding you back, draw a bold circle around it. When you're done, once again, enter the total of yeses into the far left column below the word mission. And for the remainder of this test, please follow these same instructions for each of the other colors. Ready? Okay. Pause this audio now and test yourself against the 10 factors for mission. Done? Great. Any new insights? Which, if any, of these 10 factors would you love to be able to say, yes, I now do that? What would you be willing to give to convert even one of your no's into a yes? Just remember, even the smallest improvement in clarifying your mission turns up your ability to perform and puts more of your heart into everything you do. And then you are naturally driven to transform this passion into heartfelt action, and your attitude, the next color in the time prism performance spectrum, automatically improves. Attitude is the third color of the time prism performance spectrum, because even though you may have a passion for what's most important, until you also believe that you can make a real difference in your life and those around you, nothing's going to happen. Nothing is produced, nor even attempted, until you believe in yourself enough to transform your passion into action. On the other hand, your attitude is at its highest level when you promise yourself you'll do whatever it takes to succeed. I can, I will, and won't it be great when I do, becomes your mantra for success. The positive expectation that you will succeed and the anticipation of how great it will feel energizes all your thoughts and actions. This willingness to take action transforms the potential of your passion into the sheer power that comes from taking action. Let me ask you a question. Could it be you've never done as well as you could because you never truly expect to succeed? Be objective. Take a good look. What's your first response to every situation? Is it a negative one, where you immediately collect evidence for why things won't work? Or is your natural instinct to be positive, putting your heart and soul into everything you do, looking for every way possible to make the absolute best out of every situation? If you believe your attitude color is dragging down your performance, you must stop dwelling on the negativities and start energizing your possibilities. If you really hope to achieve your dreams, you must keep your attitude color burning at its brightest all the time. So, how do I improve my attitude, you ask? Great question. Please pause this audio now so that you can test yourself against 10 factors which will instantly improve your attitude, regardless of your circumstances. Done? Great. Did you see any factor in your attitude color that, if improved, would make your day more fun and help you get more of what you want out of life? How unstoppable would you be if all 10 of your factors for attitude were turned on and burning bright right now? The good news is these factors are instantly doable. So just get off your butts and do something. Anything but continue to sing the blues. Because unless you're a professional singer, nobody wants to hear that tune. Let's quickly summarize the colors we've just covered. Turning up your energy, mission, and attitude colors is absolutely critical to turning up the picture of your performance. These 3 colors make up the essence of who you are. And it's these 3 colors that provide the inspiration and power for you to actually believe in your dreams enough to turn them into specific targets. Which, of course, leads us to the first aspect of what you do, your set goals color. Set goals is the 4th color in the Time Prism performance spectrum because you can't make the leap from here to your vision all in one jump. You can't just do a vision. Instead, you need specific, tangible targets to give you immediate direction, targets which, once achieved, will then lead you to even greater destinations. By looking towards your values, vision, and mission, you've determined what's most important to you. Now, simply picture how your ideal world will look, and then identify the specific, concrete milestones along the road to those dreams. These milestones then become your most vivid, powerful, and inspiring goals, because they're in direct alignment with what you value most. What's a milestone, you ask? Simply this. It could be an advanced degree, or it could be a little house with a white picket fence around it, or it could be a family album full of travel photos, or it could be $3 million in liquid assets. The bottom line is this. You will always be the most productive when you're attacking a huge vision by aiming at specific mission-based goals with the diligence and follow-through they deserve. And remember, when you set your goals, clarity and precision are absolutely critical because fuzzy, poorly defined goals give you nothing specific to aim at. They just don't count. Let me ask you a few more personal questions. Do you have a single written goal for yourself right now? If not, why not? How specific is your most important goal for your family? Exactly how big is your financial goal? On what day and year do you expect to achieve it? If you could not give a highly compelling, crystal clear answer to all 3 of these questions, then you must stop confusing a dream with a goal and start targeting. And you need to do it today. I know this sounds a little overdramatic, but how can we help you get ahead if you have no clue where ahead is? We absolutely believe that you deserve to live the life of your dreams. Yet, how can we help you live this life if you never stop to clearly articulate what your dreams and this ideal life really look like. Let's now see how well you are currently defining what you want. Please stop the audio now and test yourself on how often you actually turn your dreams into targets. Done? Great. Were you able to say yes to 4B? If so, fantastic. How about the nuts and bolts of 4E and 4H? Are there any factors here which are keeping you from actually pursuing the life of your dreams? What would you give to have a system to help you stay committed to these goals all day long? Obviously, your ability to set rock-solid, highly inspirational goals is directly linked to your ability to make dreams come true. There's one thing we need to make clear, though, and this is very important. The function of the set goals color is not to actually deliver your goals. That's accomplished in the next 6 colors of the time prism. Rather, your set goals color is the bridge between your heart's desire and your ability to identify the specific milestones to make them real. Once set, the achievement of these goals is then dependent on the plans you create and the skills you employ to actually work your plans. Which naturally leads us to your Make Plans color. Make Plans is the 5th color in the Time Prism performance spectrum because a goal without a plan is merely a wish without a hope. Once you've set a specific goal, you have only just begun. You must then develop a detailed plan for its accomplishment. The truth is, when you prepare ahead of time for exactly how you're going to take every step, well before you actually take them, you eliminate wasted steps. And when you eliminate wasted steps, every goal is accomplished in the shortest time possible. And I gotta tell you this, something I learned from the School of Hard Knocks more than once, I'm ashamed to say, if you don't have a plan for getting where you want to go, you're going to spend a long time stuck in places you have no interest or business being in, and wishing, hoping, and praying you were somewhere else, anywhere else. Let's be clear here. A plan is simply a map which details the precise series of steps necessary to get from where you are to where you want to go. Like all maps, it must be in writing. When you map future steps, you can think ahead, starting at the end and working backwards, or from top to bottom, taking it one step at a time. Either way, to be successful, a plan requires you to anchor it in both directions with what comes first, what comes last, and lots of what comes next in between. I'll let you in on another secret. Making detailed plans is where dreams are snared and fantasies are caught. When you take the time to plan ahead, any project, regardless of how complex or difficult, becomes nothing more than a series of future steps leading to a desired objective. Just don't forget, once a plan is created, it remains to be completed. To achieve your goals, you must commit to each step in your plan until it's finished. So, let's turn on your bright bulb and see if this color is holding you back. Let me ask you this. Is it possible that you're not getting the results you want because you've never created a decent plan for getting them? Is the lack of detailed steps keeping you from getting started on that financial goal you've always wanted to achieve? Could this be the color that's keeping you at the office long after everyone else is gone? If you know what you want, but you're clueless about how to get it, you must stop wishing for a way and start mapping the route. I don't want to gild the lily here, but this is an area we found everybody is weak in. So listen, listen, listen. By identifying the exact series of steps that lead to your goal, regardless if it's a spiritual goal, a financial goal, a family goal, or a health and fitness goal, you instantly increase the odds of actually achieving it. So, let's now test how bright your Make Plans color really is. Please pause the audio now and test yourself on how well and how often you map future steps. Done? Great. How's your Make Plan score? Is it 7 or above? What did you find out? Did you confirm that indeed you are a master chess player, visualizing a superior strategy 7 moves ahead? Or are you a helpless pinball, merely bouncing off one thing or another until you accidentally go down the gutter? Obviously, your ability to make plans for the goals you've set has a huge impact on your ability to actually achieve them. But let's say you score a perfect 10 on both your set goals and make plans colors. Is that enough to guarantee your success? Unfortunately, no. The biggest goals and best laid plans of mice and men are of no value to either mice or men unless you also develop the skills to work your plans. First and foremost of these skills is your ability to prioritize what's important right now and what's not, which is exactly why your prioritized color is so critical to your performance. Prioritize is the 6th color in the Time Prism performance spectrum because even though you want to complete every step of every plan, you just can't complete them all at the same time. Achieving maximum personal productivity means making conscious choices, deciding what can be done now and what can wait. It means having the self-discipline to eliminate everything else temporarily so you can focus on what's most important right now. You see, when you determine in advance where the greatest reward will be for the time you spend, you are prioritizing your activities, not on the urgency of the day, but on those activities which will help you the most to achieve the goals you've set. By focusing first on what's most important to be completed, you then control the course and events of your day, and you automatically become more productive. So, how well do you prioritize your time? Let's turn on your bright bulb again to see if this is a color that's holding you back. On a scale of 1 to 10, is your prioritized color bright enough to keep you focused on your most important and most rewarding activities? Or does your prioritized color even show up in your performance picture? Think about this, my friend. This is the color that's responsible for all the stress in your life. Want less stress? Make better, more informed choices. It's that simple. Let me ask you a couple of really important questions. Have you ever determined which of your goals are more important than the others? Do you rank your list of to-dos every day before you start? Until you learn how to focus on your number one priority first, you're going to waste most of your precious time. So stop confusing the urgent with the important. How, you ask? The key is to constantly monitor your actions to be sure you're investing your precious time in the role and goal that's most important right now. The next choice is to simply select the activity within that role that will have the highest payoff. These are the actions which will move you closer to your goals the fastest. Whenever you stop what you're doing and focus your time on something more rewarding, you will automatically produce greater results in less time. This is axiomatic. You need to make it automatic. So let's test to see where your prioritized color stands right now. Please pause this audio now so that you can see how well and how often you focus on number one first. Done? Great. What have you learned about your ability to prioritize your actions? Now, let's review these 6 colors before we move forward. As you'll recall, the first 3 colors, energy, mission, and attitude, put the real you on the playing field. The next 3, your set goals, make plans, and prioritize colors, are the colors that define exactly what you're going to do and by when. Now, the only thing that remains is to determine how you're going to get it done. For a lot of us, the how we do what we do is a huge issue. We spend a lot of time searching, but never seem to find answers to the secrets of getting more done in less time. When you look within the prioritized color, you'll discover that one of the best ways to get things done is by synergizing with others. By synergizing, we simply mean to team up with other people for mutual benefit. The simple truth about the synergized color is this. When you synergize by working with and through others, you gain leverage and compound your effectiveness. You will instantly become more productive when you find ways to help other people help themselves by also helping you. Face it, you never get very high sitting alone on one end of a teeter-totter. If you didn't learn this in kindergarten, you'd better get it now. Synergize is the 7th color in the Time Prism performance spectrum because once your 24-hour day is filled up, the only way you can become more productive, increase the quality of your results, or reduce the time required for accomplishing any goal is through the contribution of other people. Want to know the secret to fantastic success? You can't go it alone. Instead, once you develop the skills to work well with other people, the time you spend coaching, managing, and delegating will then pay huge dividends in compounded results. And you will experience the truth that anything is possible if you simply get the right team of people all focused on the same goal. You don't get to the Super Bowl, the Olympics, or the top of your profession by yourself. It just doesn't happen. Combining the efforts and the expertise of other people together with your own is absolutely critical to getting better results. Knowing this, let's see if this is a color that's holding you back. On a scale of 1 to 10, is your synergized color bright enough to deliver all the cooperation and manpower you need to make your dreams come true? Let me ask you a couple of real pointed questions. How skilled are you at getting what you want when you ask others for their help? How many of your coworkers would love to have you on their team? If you had to pull a favor from every one of your coworkers right now, could you? Would they deliver? Would it be up to your expectations? Be honest. Take a moment to look around. Wouldn't life be better if you had the assistance, support, and expertise of others to help you complete your projects? Who has the exact strengths you could use to complement your biggest weaknesses right now? Have you teamed up with them yet? Why not? Until you find someone to help, you're going to stay forever struggling alone and fighting everyone else to carve out your own tiny piece of the pie. Why not make the pie 10 times bigger, or 1,000 times bigger, or 100,000 times bigger? Well, let's now see how skillful you are in enrolling others to help you acquire your favorite piece of the pie. Please pause this audio now so that you can see how well and how often you find someone to help. Done? Great. Were you able to say yes to 7E? What about the other side of the same coin at 7F? Which of these 10 factors, if turned from a no to a yes, would make the greatest difference in your relationships right now? Which would make the greatest difference in your career? Developing people skills is as simple as asking for help, politely of course, and letting people provide their own brand of assistance. By the way, develop an attitude of gratitude for those who help you. It pays fantastic dividends. So dream big and bring everyone else with you. There are incredibly talented people who are ready, willing, and able to help turn your dreams into reality. All they need is your vision, your direction, and your appreciation. So team up with others who have the same values and goals as you, and make sure your work's organized to take full advantage of their help. Which naturally leads us to the importance of your organized color. The simple truth, you will always get more done with less effort in less time when you develop systems to do the work for you. Organize is the 8th color in the Time Prism performance spectrum because after leveraging your results through others, automating your tasks is the most productive thing you can do. You may have huge, well-planned goals. You may have a dedicated staff to achieve them. But there's no way you're going to get massive results without automation. Until you develop the skills to automate your activities, you'll have to start over each time from scratch and do every task by hand. Automating your tasks and creating systems to follow allows you to complete massive amounts of work in less time. It also gives you more free time for more rewarding activities. The point is simple. Any investment you can make in creating systems to minimize your time and energy on future tasks will pay back in increased productivity and efficiency every time thereafter. This means your filing system, your computer system, your phone system, whatever. Just think. What if you were already capable of massive action, having already automated your systems? What would it be like if all your paperwork was systematically processed to complete every project? What if nothing was ever forgotten or lost because you had an automatic review process for completing all tasks successfully? How cool would it be if you could find anything you wanted because everything was exactly where it should be? Let me tell you this, it would be way cool. I know, Kent knows, this has been a big problem for both of us, but we conquered it. You can too. So, let's turn on your bright bulb one more time. On a scale of 1 to 10, is your organized color bright enough to keep your progress on track and running smoothly? Take a look at your systems and procedures in a new light. Could it be that your lack of organization is making everything far more difficult than it should be? Are you expending lots of effort and getting few results in return? Here's something to consider. The minutes in your day are only productive when you are moving in a forward motion and not lost backtracking or starting over every time a new project begins. So if you truly want to get more done, you must turn up your organized color. Why? So you can conquer your stuff. Conquer your work areas, conquer your procedures, conquer your systems, conquer your paperwork, conquer all those mundane and repetitive steps that must be completed so that you can get paid off more often with fewer headaches and hassles. So let's see how well and how often you automate and conquer. Please pause this audio now and test yourself against the 10 factors for organize. Done? Great. See any holes in your organizational skills? See any cracks in your systems? What would you be willing to do to fill those cracks once and for all? Before we move on to the optimized color and your ability to make every minute count, permit me one more observation on this color. Of all the books we reviewed, organizational skills were the most heavily covered. There is a huge body of knowledge out there on this subject. Like your synergized color, this color is very easy to fix. So get organized and stay organized. Your future depends on it. Now, moving on. Your optimized color is about getting the greatest value out of every one of your precious minutes. The simple truth about the optimized color is this. You will automatically get more done in the same day when you put more of your precious minutes to work for you. Optimize is the 9th color in the Time Prism Performance Spectrum because there are only 1,440 minutes in a day, no more, no less. If you're going to get anything accomplished, these are the 1,440 minutes you have to work with. Your time can be wasted away in distractions, interruptions, and preoccupations, or it can be put to its highest and best use. Time doesn't care one way or the other. Its job is to count down your minutes, and it will do this ruthlessly, with or without any progress made toward your goals. You can be the victim of time, or you can be the victor, investing each minute you have in pursuit of what's most important to you. You heard about this before, in mission, in goals, in plans, in prioritize, and once again here in your optimized color. It is that important. Victim or victor. It's up to you. Only you. By prioritizing your most important roles and goals, you already know where you value your time. It may be for yourself or your friends or your family or your career, or it may be one of your hobbies. If you want to get more of what you want out of life, you must stop indulging in activities that waste your time and start making every minute matter. How? By having a grand day every day. If you subtract 440 minutes, about 7 1/3 hours for sleeping, from the 1,440 minutes in every 24 hours a day, you're left with 1,000 prime minutes from which to accomplish everything you set out to do that day. Assign a value to these 1,000 minutes. $1 a minute yields a grand a day. Too low? How about $10 a minute, or even $1,000? It's how rock stars, entertainers, and the like value their face time. The clergy values minutes in souls lost or saved. Athletes convert minutes into points. Authors value minutes by words written. Think of all the things you want to create in your life. You be the judge of exactly what your minutes are worth. When you value each minute, your day becomes priceless. Rejoice when you have a grand day. Weep when you've lost even one precious moment. So, how about it? On a scale of 1 to 10, is your optimized color bright enough to make the best use of your precious time? Be honest. Exactly what are you getting in trade for the time you spend? Do you end each day wondering where your time went? Are you continuously interrupted and easily pulled off course by outside distractions? Do you say yes to everything and no to nothing? Until you learn how to make every minute count, your results will be diminished with each tick of the clock. So, stop wasting time wishing for more time and start making your minutes matter. Let's do this together by making the most of this minute. Please pause this audio now and test yourself against the 10 factors for Optimize. Let's see how well and how often you make every minute count. Done? Great. By learning how to integrate any of the 10 factors for Optimize into your day, you will free up more time to take additional action on your plans and priorities, and your Act Now color, the 10th and final color in your performance spectrum, will automatically burn brighter. Turning up your Act Now color to its brightest intensity is absolutely essential if you want to actually achieve your dreams. You must act now to make things happen and stop living your life on hold. Act Now is the 10th color in the Time Prism performance spectrum because it all comes down to this. It's not what you know or who you know that makes your dreams come true. It's what you do. Only you have the power to turn your dreams into reality. In this very moment, your goals will be achieved or they won't. You will either seize the day and move forward, or your dreams will fade into obscurity and you'll be left behind, making poor excuses for why you never tried. The question is, in the end, will you have done everything you wanted to? Will you have the financial resources to rest easy? Will you have all the adventures and all the toys you've ever dreamed of? Will you have made a real difference in other people's lives? Will you be happy? I'll guarantee you this. You're going to win some and you're going to lose some. But you've got to be in the game to play. The truth is, can't win if you don't play. This only leaves the question, why not now? Let's get to the nitty-gritty here. Are all of your other colors burning brightly except this one? Could it be that you're doing everything except the doing part? Are you out there grabbing for all the gusto you can haul in? Or are your goals only gathering dust because they're just waiting on hold? Let's turn on your bright bulb one last time. On a scale of 1 to 10, is your Act Now color bright enough to make your dreams come true? If not, then you must stop getting ready to get ready and start the action. Do it now. Take even a tiny step. Make one call. Select one item on your to-do list you can complete before lunch. Anything. The more action you take, the easier it gets. Action, specific and targeted, leads to more action. And the more action you take, the sooner your goals are achieved. So turn on your Time Prism and turn up your power now. Put action into all 1,000 of your prime minutes. Make all of your 10 colors burn brighter by simply becoming a living, walking action adventure. Listen to what happens then. When you turn up your Act Now color by taking immediate action, you prevent fear, uncertainty, and doubt from stealing your valuable energy. So your energy color goes up instantly and automatically. When you have more energy to devote to living what's most important, your mission color goes up. And when you're better connected to your mission, you put more of your heart into everything you do, so your attitude color goes up. And when you persist with passion in everything you do, you truly believe you can achieve any goal you set, so your set goals color goes up instantly and automatically. And when you turn your dreams into specific targets, you establish the precise destinations required for effectively mapping future steps. So your Make Plans color goes up. And after you've outlined the detailed steps in your plans, you can identify the most important ones to focus on first. So your Prioritize color goes up. And when you focus first on what's most rewarding, you leverage your time more often by finding others to help. So your synergized color goes up instantly and automatically. And obviously, when you have an army of people all assembled to help you achieve your goals, it becomes imperative that you organize your activities for maximum efficiency. So your organized color goes up instantly and automatically. And when you systematically automate your activities, you get more value out of every minute in your day. So your optimized color goes up. And when you're committed to making every minute count, you stop wasting time procrastinating and jump at any chance to take action sooner rather than later. And your Act Now color goes up even more. This all happens instantly and automatically. All of a sudden, you're now living the life of your dreams. You know this because you can't wait to get started on each new goal. You take action immediately on any plan that promises to get you what you want. And eagerly accepting every new challenge, you now truly believe that life really is a daring adventure, just waiting to be embraced and explored. So let's see how many daring adventures you're jumping into right now. Please pause this audio now and test yourself on how well and how often you make it happen. Done? Great. Add up your yes responses for Act Now. Then total your scores for all of the colors and enter your total TQ score in the box provided. Now let's take a hard look at your TQ score. What do you think? Is it high enough to guarantee you'll make all of your someday dreams come true? Well, if your score is less than 70, it's going to take you a lot longer than it should. And if you scored less than 5 on any one color, I hate to say it, but you're definitely working harder, not smarter. The good news is, whatever your TQ score, your current skills are what have brought you the success you've enjoyed so far. But here's the $64 million question. If you've gotten this far with your current score, how much further could you go if your score was 10, 20, or even 30 points higher? How much smarter would you be working if all of your colors were at 8 or above? There's no way you can wiggle out of this. You simply have to agree that everything you will ever be, do, or have in life is completely dependent on how smart you're working, bridging the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. And how smart you're working is totally dependent upon how bright each of your colors are burning at any point in time. Without question, if you keep all your colors burning at the 90% level, you'll be vastly more productive than if they're barely illuminated at 20% or below. And as you've just learned, all 10 colors need to be turned on and turned up, not just 1 or 2 of them. For example, you could be in the 80% range on your energy and mission colors, but a 20% attitude will torpedo any hope of success you might have. You could be at 90% on setting goals, but a 10% make plans color will cripple any chance you'll have of achieving them. You could even be a perfect 100% on all of your first 7 colors. But if Organize is at 30%, Optimize is at 20%, and your Act Now color is only 10%, your high-scoring colors simply don't matter. You're perfect in every other aspect of your life, but you're disorganized. You waste time, and you never take the actions necessary to make things happen. What a complete waste of an otherwise picture-perfect life. So how do you keep all of your colors burning at their brightest all the time? Well, here's an absolute fact of life. For any color to go from weak to strong, or for any factor to go from a no to a yes, something has to change. You can't continue the same actions which are producing inferior results and expect your results to improve. Instead, you have to change your currently non-productive habits by converting more of your no factors into yes factors. How? By first choosing a specific factor to fix. Then, doing whatever's necessary to incorporate that factor into your day by taking the appropriate actions to support that new skill at every opportunity. The more often you practice any skill, the faster you will make it an integral part of who you are and what you do. What's our best recommendation for accomplishing this? Get your hands on our Mastering the Time Prism software as quickly as possible and immediately install it on your personal computer. Once installed, all you have to do is simply click on any color or factor that you want to improve. When you do, up will come immediately doable ideas for action. to help shift your perspective and change your behavior. Read the suggestions that come up on your monitor and incorporate these valuable ideas into whatever you're doing at the time. Each time you follow the advice on the screen, you will instantly become more productive just by taking a new and better action than you would have before. Once this powerful coaching software is installed, your PC is transformed into the most loyal personal trainer you've ever employed. It will team up with you every day, and it will patiently yet persistently prompt you with powerful key ideas for fixing a factor of choice. As long as your computer is turned on, it will continue to remind you of and reinforce the ideas behind the new actions you want to take. The beauty of this tool is you don't even have to remember to work smarter. Your new time management mentor will not only tell you how you can get more out of every minute in your day, it will remind you automatically without your having to do anything else. In short, simply scan through your personal prism of colors and choose a factor that needs improvement. You click, the Time Prism finds just the right ideas to help you improve, and you act. What could be easier? So, our first recommendation for keeping all your colors burning their brightest is to stay connected to your new Time Prism digital coach. Tell it which part of your performance you want to work on, and then do what it says. Don't just read the tips and tricks, do the tips and tricks. After all, isn't that what you hire a coach for? To help you change your actions and improve your results? We also recommend that you synergize all you can with other people. Invite others to support and coach you as you incorporate a specific factor into your life. Team up with a partner or team member who's as dedicated as you are to turning up their personal performance, and then push each other to even greater results. Finally, you need to stage a comprehensive campaign for improvement. Keep your Engage the Time Prism form with you at all times. Insert it into the front of your day planner. Each morning before you start the hustle of the day, open it and reconnect with your someday dreams. Spend a few seconds confirming that the dreams you promised yourself still matter to you. Get reconnected to the beauty and the inspiration inherent in each one. Add new dreams and goals and cross off completions. Continuously stay connected to your performance. Do a quick color check. Open to the 100 factors and choose one to work on that day. Any factor that you haven't confirmed that, yes, I'm doing that, is a prime candidate. If you've circled a factor that you absolutely know is holding you back more than any of the others, work on that factor until it's no longer a problem. Think about how simple this really is. You take a dream and transform it into an expected result with a date on it. You then start working smarter by turning up all 10 colors of your personal performance. You do this by continuously comparing your actions to the gold standard of 100 factors of maximum personal performance. You then turn up your power by turning up your TQ, as you include more and more of these factors into your life. Throughout this tape, you've learned that you have to work smarter to make your dreams come true. But let's not kid ourselves. Changing human behavior is one of the hardest things we humans can do. Fortunately, there's now hope. With this new tool by your side, the Time Prism will give you the insight and the power to make a real difference in your life. Just remember what the noted 18th century English economist Herbert Spencer once said. Only through constant iteration can alien truths be implanted on reluctant minds. Truer words have never been said. What are you going to do now? It's your choice. Within every minute of every day, you have two options. You either renew the power within your 10 colors, or you stay forever at your current performance level, simply repeating what you've always done, cynically wondering why life never gets better. The bottom line is this. We want you to succeed as much, if not more, than you do. We know you have the potential for greatness. We want to help you realize it. All we're asking is for you to engage in a simple process of self-measurement, self-evaluation, and self-renewal every day. We passionately believe this is the only way you'll ever move more of your someday dreams out of the clouds and into your life. So live the Time Prism. It truly is the connection between your someday dreams and right now. You can always do less. But if you're absolutely committed to living life on your terms, isn't it time you decided to do more?